Well, welcome to Night School. I am your host, Latanya Washington, and I am so excited this afternoon because I have my niece, Tiffany Fluellen, all the way from Columbus, Ohio. Tonight, we're going to be talking about entrepreneurship defined. And it's something that I love, something that she has also stepped into, and we are going to be talking about so much in regards to moms stepping into it now and just people in general because of everything that is happening in our world right now. So come on in, join us as we talk about entrepreneurship defined. Well, welcome to Night School. I am excited to be here because last week I missed you all so much. We just finished Tilt 2020 for leaders, and I just simply had to take a break. But today, I am speaking with my niece, Tiffany Fluellen, from the great state. I was born and raised in Ohio.
Right.
What do we say? Go Buckeyes, right?
Go Bucks.
Go Bucks. Ohio. That's just the way it is, you all. That's how it goes. That's how it goes. But today we are going to be talking about entrepreneurship and why so many people, especially now during this pandemic, are beginning to step into it or looking to fall into it because simply, for three reasons. Either they no longer have a job, they're stepping into their passion, or some of them just want to stay at home with their kids now. And so I'm excited to speak with Tiffany because she stepped into it herself, even though her husband has already been doing some things. But we get a chance to talk to her this afternoon. Good afternoon, Niecy Pooh.
Hi, Auntie. Hi, everybody. Thanks
How
for
are
having
you
me.
feeling? How are you feeling today?
I'm feeling pretty good. The weather could be better, but your weather is better than our weather.
It's hot. It's
But,
hot.
yeah, I'll take it. But beyond that, yeah, I'm doing pretty well.
Good. You know what? I'm doing fine. But I've seen Ramona is here and she is saying, go blue. Ramona. Okay, I have to wait for my sister Ramona because even though she was born in Ohio, she is that Michigan.
No. We don't even say it. Don't even say it.
She just did it. She said hubby almost made me. No,
that's not nice. That is not nice. Hubby.
Ohio. Ohio is in the house today. So anyway, you all, we're going to be talking about entrepreneurship and why so many people are stepping into it because just like I said previously, either they're stepping into their passion, doing what they know that they want to do, they love to do, or they no longer have a place to go to of employment, no longer are they at the brick and mortar, or simply they want to stay home and be able to take care of their children, and that is how it is. And so, Tiffany, I'm glad you are with me. And as you stepping into it as a mom, you are a mom. How old is my great nephew? He's 2.
He's 2. Yes.
Yeah, he's 2 years old now. And so you're home and you have stepped into something that is great. And so I wanted to ask you a few questions in regards to it because we have so many people that are looking to step into entrepreneurship. Me, myself, I stepped into it years ago, even though now I'm also teaching at the college, but I still do entrepreneurship as well. And so let's ask you a few questions. Are you ready?
I'm ready. Let's go.
Okay. So let me ask you this. What made you want to step into it, begin doing entrepreneurship, begin doing what you were doing, and why?
So I say it and my friends laugh at me all the time when I say nobody owns me but Jesus. Okay.
Okay.
So and what I mean by that is I've always been a fan of answering to myself,
Okay.
being able to create my own schedule,
Mhm.
being able to, march to the beat of my own drum. I don't know. Maybe I was born in November. Maybe it's the Sagittarius in me or something. I don't know.
Could be.
And then, like you, Auntie, having family members that have done it and have been doing entrepreneurship so well, it
Mhm.
just makes sense because I wear a lot of different hats
Yeah.
and I have my hands and a little bit of everything
Yeah.
that entrepreneurship was going to fall into my lap one way or another,
Yeah.
either way.
Yeah.
So that's kind of just how it is for me, at least. Yeah.
Yeah. And so, like you said, you just, you beat to your own drum.
Mhm.
And that's what happens. I think sometimes too, and you can jump in here. I know for me, it was that passion. It was something that continuously drew me in because even
Wow.
though I started out in nursing, it was
Yeah.
something else. And I still stayed in the medical field, but it was something else that kept drawing me. And I
Mhm.
really don't know that people, unless you have that entrepreneur mindset, that they will never understand what it is. Come jump in on that for me.
I can definitely agree and understand when you say you felt that pull,
Yeah.
something always pulling you, no matter what you're doing, that thing that's always maybe been in the back of your mind, or I'll speak for me, the things that have always been in the back of my mind, the things that I've always been curious about, wondering, hey, how would I be if I tried my hand at this or that? And then just really getting at this point, just to be honest, just the courage to take that leap and do it. And that is easier said than done.
Yeah.
In so many ways. And it takes a lot of courage. It takes a lot of, talking yourself up and building yourself up. And it takes a lot of studying. It takes just a lot of different things to really say, okay, is entrepreneurship going to be for me? Because it's not for everyone.
That's
And
right.
for me, entrepreneurship is one of the things, but I also, like I said, I have my hands in other things. So yes, I'm an entrepreneur, but I'm also a mother. I'm also a wife. I'm also a worshiper. I'm also an esthetician. I'm also a vocalist. I'm also a podcaster. And so the list can go on and on and on, right? So it's just like, I don't want to be defined by just one thing. And I, when people say, don't let people put you in a box or pigeonhole yourself, I don't want that at all for me. And I hope that my husband and I are really trying to model the way for our son. So he knows that he can be whatever he wants. If he can do this and also be an entrepreneur, if he wants to work and work a 9 to 5 or be a doctor or a pilot or whatever, he can still do that and be an entrepreneur. And that is our goal as parents.
Yeah, and that is so good. I'm glad you brought that up because you can do multiple things. People are stepping into multiple things because you still have people that are, still working that 9 to 5 job, but yet and still they're stepping into some other things that they want to do. I watch older ladies that have gone back into knitting. They're still creating. They're using their skills. And for me, I'm a firm believer of us stepping into using what God has given us, our God-given talents, whether it's the mental things that are happening in your head, because we can step out and for me, you can go and teach a workshop as a consultant. So there are many hats when it comes to entrepreneurship, whether you have something that's tangible or you have something that is of service. And for me, I still look at things of service when it comes to entrepreneurship, it's still as a product that you're putting out into the marketplace. And as you said, there's a lot to this thing, and you really have to make a decision. Do I really want to step out in this? And that's the next thing I wanted to ask you, because we talked about it being a mental thing. So mentally, was it a tug of war for you stepping out into it and saying, okay, was your mind telling you to stay in your comfort zone, or did it say just leap?
Wow. You know
Yeah.
what? All of that. It still is saying all of that. My mind is being pulled in both directions. Stay in one lane and be comfortable, or go to another lane and switch lanes and leap,
Oh,
and be able to get to the point where I still can be comfortable, but wow, I've actually done something, whether it's a product or a service,
yeah.
in the whole entrepreneurial realm, and made it work. And it's that quote, and I'm going to misquote it probably, but it goes something to the effect of, it says, "But oh, it says, I think it was a daughter and a mother, I think, and she said, 'But mom, what if I fail?' And the mother said back to her, 'But oh, darling, what if you fly?'"
Oh,
So it's kind of like that conversation inner that I have daily with myself. Wow, what if you fly?
what if you fly?
What if you fly? And so, you can say, what if you fly? What if you leap? And that is where it is. But it is a daily thing. It is
Yeah.
not, because it's not easy. You get really comfortable. You can get really comfortable, and you can get, let me remind myself to speak for me. I can get afraid of change. And at the same time, though, know that change is the only thing that is so constant. So
Yeah.
things are going to always change anyway. So why not leap?
Why not?
Why not? So it's a daily pep talk to myself.
It's a daily pep talk to yourself. It's a daily pep talk to a lot of people. And I know one thing for sure. I know for me, it's like you wake up saying, okay, what can I do today? You wake up saying, okay, what do I need to do? Do I need to do more marketing? Do I need to work on my product even more? What is it that I need to do? Do I need to bring people in regards to it? And so, but I tell people too, and your Aunt Charcy is here. What I tell people as well is that, you know what? When it literally has to be that passion that keeps you going, because as you were saying, it's not always easy, and there will be days of victory and there will be days of defeat. But it is in those days that you say, okay, the defeat is like, okay, a lot of times you just brush your shoulders off because it's the passion that wants you to keep moving.
Right.
Because guess what? What if you fly? What if you fly, like you were just saying? So mentally coming up out of that comfort zone, and because it is a battle. It's a total war in the mind. Yeah,
absolutely.
I believe so.
Yeah, it is. I mean, Joyce Meyer, right? She's made a whole, a profit and a following off of the battlefield of the mind. With all of that, I mean, she has a product and a service, that both and with that, because it really is, the mind is so powerful, and it can talk us in and out of so many things. So we just have to, I have to be very conscious and aware of that.
Yeah. That is so true. Your Aunt Charcy just said, yeah, what if you fly? What if you fly? And and that is real. See, I'm getting excited on this period. And so my thing is to, like you were saying, Joyce Meyer, she wrote that book. She goes around talking about it, because you know what? I got the book myself, the truth be told, because it is a battlefield of the mind. And so, I believe in entrepreneurship. I believe in a lot of things that are happening. To me, honestly, I think as years go by in our lives, I believe we evolve. We evolve. You still have that passion for a thing, and we evolve, because now for me, it was a matter of how do I bridge the gap between entrepreneurship and academia. And that's where I found myself at now, but yet and still doing it all, because you literally can do it all.
Oh, absolutely. And, I am, I love, girl power, all of that. Women, we wear so many hats, and we do so many things, and we are able to multitask, and we are able to run multiple businesses and run them well, very well. And, history has proven itself to not, treat us fairly when it comes to those things, as far as, the wage and the pay that women make versus men. But we literally have the power and the ability to really blaze our own trail and leave something behind, for sure. I really am a firm believer in that.
That is so true. That is so true. So now share a little bit about the things that you stepped into. And we know you just started, and I'm excited about it because I said I needed some product. And so share a little bit about what it is you stepped into now.
Yeah. So, the funny thing is that some of you may or may not have heard of this beautiful machine that is called the Cricut. And so the Cricut is, I like to say, it's a different form of a sewing machine, right? So you don't take fabrics, but you do take different materials, and you are able to print them and make different things. When I first heard about the Cricut, I was like, you know what? Maybe one day I'll get one, because I love shirts with words. I just do. I always have. And my son always, pretty much almost every day, wears a shirt with some kind of wording or a phrase on it or something like that.
Right.
And I'm like, you know what? I give so much money to these companies. What if I made my own shirts?
Yeah. And
so that was just a thought in the back of my mind. And it was, I would like, oh, okay, that's nice. And then COVID hits. And I said, okay. Unfortunately, I was working. Fortunately, I was working.
Right.
I was working for a nonprofit. And once COVID hit, the world of nonprofit, our funders pulled their funding.
Right.
And so since I was in management, my whole department, pretty much the whole company, was shut down. It broke my heart. I was very, I was very disheartened, because I felt like I was getting in the groove of something that I was passionate about. And I felt like it was just snatched from me. None of us could have predicted COVID, right? We didn't know that it was going to happen. And so when it hit in March, we tried to figure out what the best solution was going to be. But by April, we were all home.
Yeah.
And so I said, you know what? I don't want to just be home doing nothing.
Right.
Now's the time. Let me play with this Cricut idea. And so I went out and I purchased the machine, and I kind of like immediately went to work. And I said, okay, I need to learn the ins and outs of the machine. And I can't take classes because, all the stores and stuff were shut down. So, the thing was to get with a community of other women or men who love Cricut. And I am in so many communities via Facebook and all these other social media platforms of people who just love making designs. Wow. And I stepped into that, and I found out that I loved it. And it's like, okay, so do I want it to be a hobby?
Yeah.
Or do I want this to be something that I could actually profit from? And so I'm still, it's, to me, it depends on the day on what my answer to that would be.
Yeah.
And so I have made some money with some of my products that I'll show here in a minute, but it's not, I didn't get into it for the money. I got into it for the pure love of creating.
That's entrepreneurship.
And so it's like, you know what? Wow, this was a thought. And now I can actually see it, and it's tangible, and I can feel it, and I can say, here, look at this. Did you like this? Or what do you think about this? And get critiques, or if I wanted to, or whatever. So I stepped into that world, and I have been having a ball with it. I've been having so much fun, and I've been getting some good response to it. And I am ready. I think I am ready to step into the next phase and go ahead and press launch on my Etsy store and on my Facebook Marketplace store. Right now, the name of the company is Creations by T. Estelle. So Estelle is my middle name, right? And so Tiffany is my first name. And T. Estelle came from my mother-in-law. She's so funny. Shout out to my mother-in-law. Hey, Mom. She, for the longest time, has always called me T. Estelle. Hey, T. Estelle. Hi, T. Estelle. Hi, T. This how you doing, T. Estelle? Or when I call her, she'll answer. She's like, hey, what's up, T. Estelle? And I'm like, wow. Oh, you keep using this name. You keep using my middle name. And she's like, I think that is beautiful. And I'm like, all right,
Wow.
good, thank you. So Estelle is or was my maternal grandmother's name.
Yeah.
And so I was named after her. And I was like, you know what? I think I love my middle name
Yeah.
too. What can I do with it? I didn't want to just use Tiffany. I
Yeah.
wanted to do something a little bit more unique to who I
Yeah.
am.
Different.
And I thought it was different. So I ran with that. So if you want to reach me with any questions or anything, people can reach me at creationsbytestelle@gmail.com. And then once I launch my Etsy store and Facebook Marketplace, you'll be able to see everything that I offer there as well.
That's amazing. So tell us
Mhm.
some of the product that you have to offer. Miss
So
Estelle, Miss Pooh, my niecey
yeah.
Pooh.
Yes, Auntie. So with COVID, right, everybody's wearing a mask, and it's like, okay, what do we do with our mask?
Mhm.
And you want to have a place to hold them. You want to have a place to have multiple. So this is one of the first products that I started to do, and it
Yeah.
is a mask holder. So inside of it, normally I have two masks, but it actually came in handy yesterday, and I needed one, so now I have one mask in there.
Wow.
But it
Yeah.
just fits in here and you zip it up. And I like to personalize it. And because it has a handy dandy keychain,
Right.
you're able to clip it on. I clip it onto my keys, so they're
Yeah.
always on me. And
Yeah.
so the mask is always on me. I always have my mask. And you can personalize it, which I have done. I love the black one.
Let me see that one again. Let's see that again. That's nice. Because I'm telling you what, there's been times that I literally will walk out without my mask. And if it, and you sent me one, but there's
I
sometimes
did.
where's my stuff? Because I didn't clip it to my keychain.
Exactly. And that's why, it comes in handy. So right now I just put a mask holder over it with my initial. It has a T on it. But,
Right.
People have requested and done a lot of various things with it.
Yeah.
It comes in other colors, blue, pink. I like the black one for myself anyway, for me.
Yeah.
So that's the thing. I am an avid Starbucks drinker.
Yes.
And because of that, so many people are. And this is one of my cups. So it says Mama Juice on it because my son is always like, Mama Juice, Mama Juice, Mama Juice. And so I'm like, yes, it's Mama's Juice. And then on the side, my name is on there.
Oh, did you put that on there as well?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, that is amazing. So basically, we can get anything done. You can create whatever we want to put on a cup or a mug or anything. You literally can just create that.
Yes, I made one for. I've made, like I said, I've made a lot of these cups. Another product. Rest in peace to Chadwick.
What?
Black Panther. So this is my son's shirt, and it is Chadwick's face on one side, and then Black Panther's face on the other.
Oh, girl.
And so this is his shirt, and I love that, we are able to pay homage to him and salute him for all the amazing work that he has done. And he has really, I have coined, and I will use one of his products for one of his quotes that he did right before he passed. He was interviewed and someone asked him something, and he said, it is my goal to not waste my time.
Wow.
And so he said, we should take our time, but not waste our time. And that was like, that hit me so powerfully because time is the most valuable thing that we have. It's the most valuable thing that we have. And it says, it's the difference between me and the next entrepreneur is what am I doing with my time?
Right.
And I want my time to be spoken of and to be accounted for with things that are, with positivity and things that have ultimately made a difference. And so even with the mask, I've made some masks that say vote. I've made some masks for a funeral that, people wanted to still be able to be together, but be protected. So they were, those were customized and they had the person's name on them and that kind of thing as well. And I am just, like I said, I'm having a really good time. So those are just a few of them. And I am
You are over there getting down with it. I mean, my Lord. Okay, I think who is it? I think okay. Is this your dad? Is your dad or Aaron? I think it's your dad said he would like to order a mask holder. Thank you, please.
Okay, all right, Dad. Okay, yeah.
He would like to order a mask holder. Okay. And Charles said, take our time, but don't waste our time. That's good.
Right. That's good. That's what he said. Yeah. Take your time, but don't waste your time. Yeah.
Ramona said, say that up top. And she said, so cute, so cute. I know her husband is well. Ramona, you know Ramona?
From Youngstown. Right?
Nope, wrong Ramona. Ramona is from Georgia. Ramona,
okay.
Georgia, the great state of Georgia.
Yes,
and her husband too is doing his thing, a Chosen Solutions. I know they make t-shirts as well. I know I don't have on one of my t-shirts. It's called Do It for the Culture. I love that shirt. And so
my shirt too. Let's see.
I know. Let's see
the camera frame. So it's hashtag say her name.
Say her name, hashtag.
And you know that is for most recently. Unfortunately, you know, Brianna, you know, but we have, the list goes on and on. We have Brianna, we have Sandra Bland, we have so many. So it really can, you know, be say her name, say his name, you know, all of that. Right. And it really has become a movement.
Yeah.
And so say her name has become a movement. And so that is just what I created just actually earlier this afternoon.
What? Okay, now see, there's a lot going on here. So I can literally just sit down and think about it, you all, and say, okay, I need this done. I want this created. And the thing is honestly, especially with people who are out there making things happen and we're doing stuff, just like for me, it's an event happening, it's something going on, it's a workshop, it's something happening to where you know, we're always in need of something. And so I'm excited about you all literally stepping out and doing what you do, because we need one another.
That's true.
That's for sure. We literally can make this happen. When we talk about recycling our dollars, we literally can recycle our dollars, you all. And we're putting out great stuff. And then like we're not playing with it. We're putting out great stuff, whether it is that product or that service. And I am excited about that. So let me ask you now. So where do you see yourself 6 months from now? Where do you see yourself in this? I know I was going to say a year, but you know, I brought it down to 6 months.
You did. You brought it down to 6 months. 6 months. Let's see. 6 months from now, I would like to see myself fulfilling orders, multiple orders, still customizing, still taking my, whether it's the Etsy shop or the Facebook marketplace to another level, and seeing what it turns into, what else it can turn into. When I was making masks for a funeral, I never knew that I was going to use my Cricut to do that. I literally thought I was only going to be able to use my Cricut to make t-shirts, but to know that I'm able to do so much more.
I think she gets stuff.
I looked at it also as being a blessing to that family. You know, for me to be able to make a mask.
I think you got stuck for a minute. There you go.
Oh, did I? Am I back? Now you're stuck.
Okay. I think she is froze for a.
Am I froze? You're froze too.
Okay, I came back. We're both back now.
Sorry about that.
Everybody's on the internet.
Oh my goodness. Yes, they are. Yeah, so 6 months from now, I just want to see where it takes me. So, you know, well, I hope that my Etsy and Facebook marketplace shops are booming and gaining some traction. But like I said, I'd never got into it for the money. So we'll see where it takes me. If, I end up making money, yay, right? Yeah. But it really is an outlet, a creative outlet for me. And so because of that, I always want to be able to enjoy it. And I don't want the fact of money to get in the way of me enjoying it and being creative. I want to be able to just be creative and make some things, some product or a service that people really enjoy and
Yeah.
request.
Yeah, and that is one thing. And even as we come to an end on this afternoon, that is one thing about entrepreneurship. A lot of people that jump into it, the real people that jump into it, it is about doing what they love to do. Because it's something that was put on the inside of us to do, even having those skills and those talents to get it done. And then later on, you know, as the money begins to fall in, that is the icing on the cake. That is the cherry on the top. And then when we begin to see all of that stuff beginning to happen, that's when we begin to say, okay, this is the goal I need to put in place. These are my objectives, and this is my strategy to now do what I need to do next. And so that's the next part to this whole phase of it all. But to everyone here, we are so glad that you all are here.
Thank you.
But one thing that I do know when it comes to entrepreneurship, a lot of people are beginning to step into it, whether they're old, whether they're young. They're trying to find something else to do. But what I'm seeing is they're literally doing what's already inside of them to do. It's very obvious you're creative. It's obvious you've always been creative. You just never stepped into it until situations arise. Now here it is, you stepped into this. And a lot of times what I say, it's stepping into the next phase, or it is now stepping into purpose of this season. This is the season. And another thing is, what people don't realize is that we'll step into this and then another door will open and you'll be like, okay, now it's time for me to step into that.
Exactly.
But you want to jump on that? That's what's been happening. Yeah,
it really has. It really has been happening. And, you know, this pandemic too, I was reading as well. It's the truth. This pandemic has created millionaires because people are able to create a product or a service that people need and they want. And it is something that I look forward to. So when you say in 6 months, I look forward to this branching out and turning into something else that maybe I wasn't even expecting, or this, allowing me to do something else that I wasn't expecting, or that I was just thinking about, but never really had the chance to do it. And then this opening the door, because wow, we could be here forever. And I can just tell you how, you know, other things, like me being a makeup artist, the other doors that have opened up, you know? And so it has that I never could have in a million years thought that being a makeup artist could lead to other opportunities, like working with the women's prison ministry and so many other things. And I was just floored by that. But it's exciting at the same time, because it's me, like I was saying earlier when we first started, not putting myself in a box and not saying I'm only going to do one thing. It's me. I am open to all the possibilities. All of them. All the possibilities. I am open to them all. And I welcome them all. And I'm excited for them all of them.
And that's literally what it's all about, being excited for it all, because as they say, you take one step and God will take two. I mean, it just is what it is. The doors begin to open, and it is just our job to walk through. Can you imagine how many people have sat on their talents and their gifts because they were afraid, or the state of self-sabotage, all of these things, and the doors were literally just standing there, just there waiting for them to walk through. And so I want you to give your last words of encouragement to the people that are here and the ones that will be watching later on our channels. You all make sure you share and you become a subscribe to our channels. And then too, for many of you all, we really want you all to step into your calling. Because there's so many things and so many places and so many people's lives that we are supposed to touch. So Tiffany, encourage people, or give us your last thoughts for today when it comes to stepping out without being unapologetic, as well as stepping away from that fear.
Wow. So I want to leave everyone with what one of the things which Chadwick Boseman said, with take your time, but don't waste your time. When I say that to myself as well, knowing that time is our most valuable resource and it is so expensive. So I want people to realize that you are allowed and you should take your time, but never should you waste your time. And I want everyone to continue to be encouraged. It is hard in the climate that we live in, right? With the pandemic and not knowing from day to day what it's going to look like.
Yeah.
But I don't want that to be a deterrent for anyone that is sitting on a dream or a thought. I want you to take this time to leap, because what if you fly?
Yeah.
No longer thinking about, man, but what if I fail? Because we can spend so much time thinking about that. But if we take that time and invest it into thinking about, oh, but what if I fly?
What if I fly?
The outcome will be so worth everything, the blood, the sweat, the tears that you put into yourself. Your greatest investment is yourself. And so I say invest in you first. Invest in you for sure.
That's it. I'd say your greatest asset is you. You have all the gifts, you have all the talents. And I believe each and every one of us, we are gifted and we are talented to go out and do what we are supposed to do. Working a regular job, there's absolutely nothing wrong with that, because at the end of the day, you were called to that. And also, I too believe that there's still something on the inside of you, on the inside of us, that we still want to do. And so it's okay to do it. It's really okay to do it all. Just, take your time and allow yourself to step out without fear. And if you fail, guess what? It is okay. You are still here. You can get back up and start all over again. Right. So thank you so much, Tiffany. Once again, what is your information for people that may want to get in touch with you, because you have companies, you have organizations out there, and they just may want something just for their organization, just that little niche that they want just for them. Where can they reach you?
So right now, the best way to reach me is to email me. So email me at creationsbytestelle@gmail.com. Creationsbytestelle@gmail.com. And that is TESTELLE@gmail.com.
That's what I love. That's what I love. And soon you all, she'll be on Etsy, ETSY. It's over there. And as well, as you all may not know this, but Facebook has a marketplace is up on Facebook as well. And so I'm telling you all, we have been globalized. You can do anything with this internet, with the World Wide Web, and it is coming increasingly available to you to do business now across the waters. I say step out and step into, because the world literally is at your fingertips. So thank you so much, niece, my niece.
Thank you.
I'm excited for you. I'm excited for our family, period. We come from a good stock. We really, really do. And I am so grateful for our parents. I'm so grateful for everything that they have instilled within us. And we are still here going strong.
Yes, we are.
And so until next week, you all, thank you so much for being a part of Night School. And we will see you once again. Thank you, Tiffany.
Thank you.